It marks the second anniversary of the Supreme Court decision to overturn Roe v. Wade and a woman's right to have an abortion. In just a few hours, a D.C. women's strike demonstration will take place right in front of the Supreme Court, and that is where our Jacqueline Quinn is this morning, right there on the steps of the court, joining us live. Jacqueline, I know it's still pretty early, but do you see any protesters out there, and what's expected to happen there later today?
Well, what's expected today perhaps is going to be a day of action. What that means potentially for people coming out to demonstrate, they'll bring signs and, demonstrate out here to send a message to the Supreme Court. But as far as out here, yeah, there are a number of barriers. It goes on for a block around the building, but it may not just be for this protest or demonstration. There are other key decisions that the people around here are watching, including the case about presidential immunity. That does have to do with the former president Donald Trump at this point. But we are expecting things to happen all around the country today, not just in D.C. Organizers of the women's strike are calling for supporters to wear red, stay home from work and school, and not spend any money unless it's at women-owned businesses. Now, this topic is still a big debate, and it's also a key issue for voters when they head to the polls in November. So we know as a part of the discussion today, Vice President Kamala Harris will be in College Park, Maryland, talking about abortion rights ahead of this week's highly anticipated presidential debate. And President Joe Biden has just issued a statement this morning saying the consequences have been devastating. And, quote, "My message to Americans is that Kamala and I are fighting like hell to get your freedom back, and we won't stop until we restore the protections of Roe versus Wade for every woman in every state." So again, we could be seeing maybe a sizable crowd come out here today to demonstrate. That could be happening all across the region, really. But that actually is not supposed to happen until 2 p.m. today. It runs from then until 5 p.m. But we'll update you as to how this turns out. For now, at the Supreme Court, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Jacqueline Quinn, thank you so much. We appreciate it. 6:05.